Imagine waking up, heart pounding, sweat dripping, convinced you just survived a zombie apocalypse, only to realize it was all a dream. But what if it felt so real, so vivid, that you couldn't tell where the nightmare ended and reality began? Today I'm taking you on a 90-minute journey into the most intense dream I've ever had, cruise ship overrun by the undead, a horse-zombie hybrid chasing me, and a fight for survival that pushed us to do the unthinkable. Stick around, because this story will leave you questioning your own reality. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel! If you're new here, I'm Hain Your Name, and I dive deep into the wildest stories, dreams, nightmares, and everything in between. Today's video isn't just any tale, it's personal. Last night, around 05:30 p.m. CEST on May 17, 2025, I had a dream so real it shook me to my core. It wasn't a quick nightmare. It unfolded over what felt like days, with every detail etched into my mind like a movie. We're talking blood chaos and a cruise ship turned death trap. Before we jump in, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a story this insane. Let's get started. It all started with a flicker on my TV screen. I was lounging in my apartment, scrolling through my phone, when the news broke in, urgent red banners flashing across the screen. Panic in the streets, they said. Reports of people collapsing, twitching, then rising with blank eyes and gnashing teeth. At first, I thought it was a hoax, some viral marketing stunt for a new zombie flick. But then I heard screams outside. I peeked through my window and saw it Mrs. Carter from down the hall, stumbling toward a group of people, her skin pale, her jaw unhinged. I missed her warm smile, the way she'd leave fresh cookies at my door. I grabbed my backpack, threw in a water bottle, my phone, and an old hunting knife I'd never used more for camping than combat. As I ran, I dodged outstretched arms, my mind racing. I thought about my favorite coffee shop, the one with the caramel lattes I hadn't had in weeks, and wondered if I'd ever taste it again. The streets were chaos, cars crashed, windows shattered, and those things were everywhere. I longed for the quiet nights I used to spend gaming with friends online, the laughter over Discord calls now a distant memory. I fought my way to the docks, where a cruise ship loomed ahead, its lights still on, a beacon of hope. I collapsed in a cabin as the ship pulled away, my heart aching for the normalcy I'd lost. The first night on the ship was eerily quiet. Too quiet. I thought we'd escaped, and for a moment I daydreamed about a hot shower, the steam easing the tension in my shoulders. But then a scream pierced the silence. I rushed to the deck and saw it, a passenger, mid-30s, clawing at his neck, blood trickling down as he transformed. The virus was on board, panic erupted. People ran, some jumped overboard, others fought back with chairs, bottles, fists. I gripped my knife, my heart racing, as a horde of zombified crew members shambled toward us. I missed the smell of fresh bread from the ship's bakery, now replaced by the stench of decay. Then, the unthinkable happened. From the shadows of the lower deck, a creature emerged, a nightmarish hybrid of a man and a horse, its skin stretched taut over a skeletal frame, teeth jagged like shards of glass. Its eyes glowed an unnatural red, and it charged with a speed no human could match. I ducked behind a lifeboat, my breath shallow, thinking about my dog Max back home, his wagging tail and sloppy kisses. Would he survive this? The creature tore through a group of survivors, and I realized this wasn't just a virus. Something darker was at play. Over the next days, or what felt like days in the dream, I teamed up with a small group, a sharp-tongued engineer named Mia, who reminded me of my sister with her quick wit, a quiet ex-soldier called Jake, whose steady hands made me miss my dad's calm guidance, and a kid Sam, who knew the ship's layout and brought back memories of my nephew's endless curiosity. We barricaded ourselves in the galley, but our food ran out fast. I longed for a slice of pizza, the greasy cheese pulling apart just right, a luxury now gone. The hoarse zombies' hooves echoed through the corridors like a death knell. Our supplies dwindled to nothing. By the third day, we were starving, stomachs growling so loud we could barely think. We scavenged the ship, but the undead had tainted most of the food stores, moldy bread, spoiled meat, nothing edible. Then, Sam came running back from a scouting mission, his eyes wide. I found a dog, he whispered, pointing to a small, trembling terrier hiding in a storage closet. It was skinny, its ribs showing, but alive, its brown eyes pleading. My heart sank. I thought of Max, how he'd curl up on my lap during thunderstorms. I couldn't do this. Maya's voice was cold. We're dying, she said. We don't have a choice. Jake nodded, his face grim, but Sam started crying, shaking his head. I wanted to agree with Sam to save the dog, but the hunger was unbearable. I missed the taste of my mom's lasagna, the comfort of a full belly. We did it. We killed the dog quickly, humanly, with a single stab to the neck. Jake built a small fire with broken crates, and we cooked it over the flames. The meat was tough, stringy, but we ate in silence, tears mixing with the ash on our faces. I thought about Max again, guilt clawing at me, wondering if I'd failed him by doing this. The ship's power failed soon after, plunging us into darkness, and the undead numbers grew. Maya rigged a makeshift alarm system with wires and batteries, giving us a heads up when they approached. I thought about the electric hum of my gaming rig, how I'd taken it for granted. Jake taught me to use my knife. Quick stabs to the head, he said, was the only way. I missed the thrill of a good video game boss fight, now replaced by real-life horror. Sam darted through vents to check for safe routes, and I longed to hear his laughter over a board game, not his whispered warnings. One night, the horse zombie cornered us near the engine room. Its stench, rotting flesh mixed with something metallic, made me crave the fresh ocean breeze I'd once ignored on the ship's deck. I lunged, my knife sinking into its neck, but it barely flinched. Jake tackled it, buying me time to strike again, this time through its skull. It collapsed, but not before biting Jake. He smiled weakly, handing me his gun. "Finish it," he whispered, and turned within minutes. I had to end him, the sound of the gunshot echoing in my mind. I missed his quiet strength, the way he'd nod reassuringly. Then, suddenly I was back in my bed. My alarm blared at 05:30 am cest, cutting through the chaos. I jolted up, my hands trembling, the knife's weight still in my mind. The room was silent, but my heart raced. I checked my arms, no bites. The TV was off, the streets outside normal. I sat there staring at my hands, convinced I'd just lost friends, killed monsters. I missed Mia's sarcastic quips, Jake's steady presence, and Sam's youthful hope. The taste of that dog lingered in my mind, a bitter reminder of what I'd done. It took me an hour to accept it was a dream. The details, Max's bark a caramel latte, a slice of pizza, felt too real. I grabbed my phone scrolling Reddit and found others sharing similar dreams. Was it a collective nightmare? A glitch in reality? I thought about the conspiracy theories I'd laughed at. Were they true? I don't know, but it changed me. I started training with that knife, imagining Max waiting for me, and planned a trip to that coffee shop. I swore I'd never take a warm meal for granted again. What if it wasn't a dream? What if it's a warning?